Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to our weekly Bhakti Vaibhav class. So, in the previous class, we were discussing about how Indra, seeing that Vishwarupa was silently or secretly offering oblations to the Asuras, because Asuras were the relatives of his mother. He had soft corner for them. So, Indra, for the greater well being of the entire universe, he thought that this will again make the Asuras more powerful and devatas will be defeated and asuras will be in power. That is not good for universal management. So he cut off the head of Vishwarupa. Because he killed a Brahmana, he did a Brahmahatya. So he went through severe penances for 1 year, one full year, and then he distributed the remaining sinful reactions of killing a Brahmana with 4 people, giving them 4 blessings as compensation: the earth, water, trees, and women. So then, on the other side, when Twasta heard about all these things, Twasta understood that how his son was killed by Indra, one of his younger brother, mercilessly. So Twasta became very angry. How dare you to kill my son? You accepted him as guru and you got the benefit, and now you kill him. Twasta performed a sacrifice with an intention to produce another son who can kill Indra and all the other devatas who supported Indra in this action. So he wanted to have a son who would kill Indra, Indraha. So that's what the word was used. Indra Shatru. So last week we saw that he was supposed to spell it in a particular way, but he spelled it in a different way. That's why the result was different. So Indra Shatru, Indra Shatru. Among these two words, whichever is spelled for more time, that will take the precedence, and accordingly the result will come. So we were supposed to spell Indra Shatru. Shatru word should have been pronounced for a long time. Instead, he spelled Indra for a long time, because in all Vedic mantras, Indra word is spelled for a long time because he is referring to Lord Vishnu. As usual, because he was habituated to chant Indra's name for a long time, he chanted here also. So as a result of that, Indra will become more powerful and he'll be able to kill his enemy who would be produced from this sacrifice. That is the result is going to take place. But from Twasta's point of view, did not know that he made a mistake. Even though he had understood later and made a mistake, but whatever it is, Yajna is over and a great son was born. Thereafter, a fearful personality who looked like a destroyer of the entire creation at the end of the millennium arose from his desire to destroy Indra. Though understanding his mistake, Twasta understood his mistake, making a Brahuvrihi compound by accepting the first word rather than putting the accent on the last word to make a Tatpurusha compound in order to kill Indra. The demon rose from the fire. So basically, he made it Tatpurusha compound instead of keeping it as a. Actually, he made it Bahuvrihi compound, which is normal usage, instead of making it a Tatpurusha compound. Then the Shadra would have become more powerful and would have killed Indra. Instead, he said Indra will become more powerful and he will kill his Shatru. Like that. Taking the normal meaning, Indra would become the killer. Taking the exceptional intended meaning to kill Indra, Indra would be killed along with his carrier and other supporters. So in any case, here the problem happened and the result was appeared. So who appeared? Vrtrasura. So we know the name of that person who appeared, but why that name is given is very nicely described in these 3-4 verses. So let us see what kind of son was produced from this yajna performed by Tvashta. Vishwak Vivardhamanam Tam
विश्वविवर्धमानन्तं
Ishu Matram Dine Dine
इषुमात्रं दिने दिने
Dhagdas Salila Pratikasham
दग्धशैलप्रतिकाशं
Sandhyabhranikavarchasam
सन्ध्याभ्रानिकवर्चसं
Taptatamrashikasmarum
तप्तताम्राशिखस्मश्रुं
Madhyanarkoralocharam
मध्याह्नार्कोऽग्रलोचनं
ते दीप्यमाने त्रिशिके
देदीप्यमाने त्रिशिखे
शूल आरोप्य रोदसी
शूल आरोप्य रोदसी
नृत्यन्तम् उन्नदन्तं च
नृत्यन्तम् उन्नदन्तं च
चालयन्तं पदामहिम्
चालयन्तं पदामहिम्
दरीगम्भीरवक्त्रेण
दरीगम्भीरवक्त्रेण
पिबदा च नभस्थलम्
पिबता च नभस्थलम्
लिहता जिह्वयर्का अक्षाणि
लिहता जिह्वयर्क्षाणि
ग्रसता भुवनत्रयम्
ग्रसता भुवनत्रयम्
महता रुद्रदंष्ट्रेण
महता रुद्रदंष्ट्रेण
जृम्भणानां मुहुर्मुहुः
जृम्भमानां मुहुर्मुहुः
वित्रस्ता दुद्रुवुर्लोका
वित्रस्ता दुद्रुवुर्लोका
वीक्ष्य सर्वे दिशो दशा
वीक्ष सर्वे दिशो दश. Like arrows released in the four directions, the demon's body grew day after day. Tall and blackish, he appeared like a burnt hill and was as lustrous as a bright array of clouds in the evening. The hair on the demon's body and his beard and mustache were the color of melted copper, and his eyes were piercing like the midday sun. He appeared unconquerable, as if holding the three worlds on the points of his blazing trident. Dancing and shouting with a loud voice, he made the entire surface of the earth tremble as if from an earthquake. As he yawned again and again, he seemed to be trying to swallow the whole sky with his mouth, which was as deep as a cave. He seemed to be licking up all the stars in the sky with his tongue and eating the entire universe with his long, sharp teeth. Seeing this gigantic demon, everyone in great fear ran here and there in all directions.
like arrows released in the four directions. The demon's body grew day after day. He appeared like a burnt hill, lustrous as a bright array of clouds in the evening. The hair on the demon's body and his beard and mustache were the color of melted copper, and his eyes were piercing like the midday sun, as if holding the three worlds on the point of his blazing trident, dancing and shouting with a loud voice. He made the entire surface of the earth tremble. He seemed to be trying to swallow the whole sky with his mouth, which was as deep as a cave. Yawning repeatedly, he seemed to be licking up all the stars in the sky with his tongue and eating the entire universe with his terrible teeth. Seeing this gigantic demon everywhere in great fear, ran in the 10 directions. So his descriptions are like that. He looking like a red fiery mountain. He's so high, so high. His mouth is looking as if he's eating away all the planets and stars and nakshatras, everything that is there in the sky. Looks like the entire universe is going to be swallowed by him. That big is the personality. And just by looking at that huge personality, all the devatas were afraid and running here and there out of their own protection. He's so big, so big, so big. No one could think of himself. If you have watched a Ramayan movie or serial, when Kumbhakarna comes to the battlefield, he was shown very big. So something like that we can assume. Vrtrasura was so big, so big. Just by looking at him, all the devatas and all are running away. It's like that. The
Hare
verses
Krishna
are
Prabhuji.
all, one second. The verses are all connected with the last phrase. Seeing that form, the people fled in the 10 directions. So, what kind of form they saw? By looking at, they were so afraid and running in all 10 directions. That is what is described. And he is increased in size daily to the extent of the arrow shot in all directions. Basically, like in a battle, when the arrow is thrown, it goes into the sky, further, further, like that. It is not that okay, he became certain height and he became stable. He is continuously increasing. He is not, his height is not stopped only. It is increasing further and further. He seemed to hold the earth and heavens on his trident. His mouth seemed to drink the entire sky. So like that. He himself is as big as the universe and everything is within his mouth. That is the understanding. Like that. Yes, ma'am.
Prabhuji, these demons we hear about, is it a different kind of a human race? Or
Demons themselves is a different race, na? They are not like humans. They are superhumans. The 8 types of superhumans have been created by Brahma. In the third canto, we discussed about that. They are
hmm.
demons as good as devatas. They are as powerful and as good. They are looking by the so they are as similar as devatas. There are step brothers, na? Devatas are children of Aditi and the demons are children of Danu and Aditi.
And
Uh,
what about this Ravan or Kamsa? They were also referred to as demons, but they were, because of their qualities they were called demons, or they belong to the demon race.
no, they have originally they are all demons only because of some curse they have taken birth in the human race like Kamsa and all. But Ravana himself is a Rakshasa. He was no more human. He is completely Rakshasa. He is coming in the lineage of Rakshasas only. His mother is a Rakshasi.
Even Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha.
They are direct children of Aditi, na? So
Oh,
Aditi's children are Daityas. Daitya means demon. So in case of Kamsa and all, they were originally demons and but they took birth among the human race.
hmm.
But these are all happening in the heavenly abodes. So in that way they are directly demons.
Thank you.
Yena vrta ime lokas
येनावृता इमे लोकांस्
tapasa tvashramurtina
तपसा त्वष्ट्रमूर्तिना
savai vrtra iti prokta
स वै वृत्रा इति प्रोक्ता
papaha paramadharunah.
आत्मदारुणा. Just one second. That very fearful demon, who was actually the son of Tvashta, covered all the planetary system by dint of austerity. There he was named Vrtra, or one who covers everything.
Yeah, here the name is mentioned. This sinful, extremely cruel son of Tvashta was called Vrtra, one who covers, because he covered the whole world with suffering. Yena avrta ime lokas tapasa tvashramurtina savai vritra iti prokta papaha paramadarunah. Paramadaruna is causing trouble to everyone. Just by looking at everyone is afraid and things are out of order. The whole world were covered by Vritra, whose form was related to Tvashta. Tvashta Murtina. Tapasa, by Tapasya, Tvashta produced this child. Right. Namakaran ho gaya. Then what? Looking at him, everyone was afraid and running here and
Hare
there. Then what
Krishna
did he do? What
Prabhuji.
did the devatas do? Ah, Mataji.
Prabhuji, like how we understand the Devatana, and he gave birth to a demon because
Hmm.
means from the yagya only he was created like that. So like Devatas can create means Devata's son can be demon, no? Like because we see the Lord Krishna's son is Bhaumasura, so he's also asura like that.
See, don't try
That's
to
how
go
we
so much
understand.
analysis. Simple. He wanted to kill Indra and also teach a lesson to other devatas. So he cannot teach, he cannot create another devata who can do that. See, basically, Asura means devata dveshi. Who envies the devatas is Asura. So in order to kill them, you should have that dvesh, na?
Yeah, but the physically also they are different than the provision. Like means no, most of the asuras we hear they are this kind and fearful. That
Not most, some.
so that is why
As
we just
Rakshasas are fear invoking personalities. Devatas are not fear invoking. Their personality is beautiful.
yeah they are beautiful. Yeah, yeah. So that is a ask. Prabhuji, here it is mentioned that the fear who was actually son of Trishta and covered all the planetary systems by dint of austerity. Means when he was created, that time itself, that means when was the austerity performed by
No,
Vritrashra?
no. वो
Means
पिताजी का
because he covered.
स्वाष्ट्रा स्वाष्ट्रा not इनका
Yeah, okay, okay. That's what I
बच्चा.
was thinking. Ki when did he perform austerity?
No, no, इनका
Okay,
नहीं
that is
उनका
Twasta
पिताजी का.
austerity. Which
Hmm.
okay, okay, okay. Understood. Thank you.
तं निजग्नुर् अधिधृत्य
तं निजघ्नुर् अभिधृत्य
सगना विबुधर्षभा
सगणा विभुदर्षभः
स्वैर्स्वैर्दिव्यास्त्र शस्त्रौघै
शत्रौघैः
सोग्रस सोग्रसत्तानि कृष्णसा
सोग्रसत्तानि कृत्स्नसः. The
ततस्ते
demigod,
sorry, one second, one more verse.
yes,
ततस्ते विस्मिता सर्वे
ततस्ते विस्मिताः सर्वे
विषण्णाग्रस्ततेजसा
विषण्णाग्रस्ततेजसः
प्रत्यञ्चम् आदिपुरुषम्
प्रत्यञ्चम् आदिपुरुषम्
उपातस्तुः समाहिता.
उपतस्तुः समाहितः. The demigods, headed by Indra, charged the demon with their soldiers, striking him with their own transcendental bows and arrows and other weapons. But Vritrasur swallowed all their weapons. Struck with wonder and disappointment upon seeing the strength of the demon, the demigods lost their own strength. Therefore, they all met together to try to please the Supersoul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan, by worshipping him.
So looking at him, the huge personality itself, the devatas are afraid. And then he began to attack the devatas. In self-defense, the devatas were throwing arrows, their weapons, arrows, shula, mace, whatever, towards Vrtra. And Vrtra swallowed them all. So he swallowed all their weapons, and next he can swallow all the devatas also. But before that can happen, all the devatas ran so far, ran to a great distance where Vrtra also cannot see them. And at that place, they began to offer prayers unto Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it is said that they went on the western direction to the ocean in the western direction. So on the bank of that ocean, they began to offer prayers unto Supreme Lord, who is situated as Paramatma in the heart of every living entity. Now text number 21 to I think 27. So they offer prayers, then the Lord appears, then again they offer prayers, the glorification of the Lord. This whole chapter is filled with all prayers only. So now let us see the prayers. So devatas are offering prayers for their self-protection. My dear Lord, please save us. This demon is going to devour us. He already devoured all our weapons, and we can't stand anymore in front of him. If we stand in front of him, if he sees us, he will eat us up. So that's the end of our life. So devatas are asking protection from Lord Vishnu. Sri Deva Uchuhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry to interrupt.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, just now we saw that Indra learned the Narayana Kavach and he defeated all the demons. So, I mean, he could have used the Narayana Kavach again, no?
Yeah, we can say that he could have used Narayana Kavach. But now, whether Narayana Kavach works or not, we don't know. Previously, Vishwarupa was there. He was, it is he who has given Narayana Kavacha to Indra. It is he chanted the mantras and Indra repeated and he got the Narayana Kavacha. Now, Vishwarupa himself is dead. So, not sure whether Indra can have Narayana Kavacha or not.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
You are getting? So, the giver is gone now. Giver is not there.
Okay, okay.
Sri Deva Uchuhu.
Deva Uchuhu.
Vavyamburagnyapi Chitayastriloka.
Vaivambaragna Shakitavya Viloka.
ब्रह्मादयो ये वयमुद्विजन्तः
ब्रह्मादयो ये वयमुद्विजन्तः
हरामयस्मै बलिमन्तकोऽसौ
हरामयस्मै बलिमन्तकोऽसौ
बिभेति यस्मात् अरणं ततो न
बिभेति यस्मातो न. The demigod said, the three worlds are created by the five elements, namely ether, air, fire, water, and earth, which are controlled by various demigods, beginning from Lord Brahma. Being very much afraid that the time factor will end our existence, we offer presentations unto time by performing our work as time dictates. The time factor himself, however, is afraid of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, let us now worship that Supreme Lord who alone can give us full protection.
Devatas are saying, let us take protection of the Lord, whom death fears, and to whom we, the elements, earth, water, fire, and ether, the planets composed of the elements, and the Devatas, including Brahma, who are now in fear of death, offer presentation. Even Brahma is joined along with them. And including Brahma, they are saying that all the Devatas take shelter of the Lord, thinking that no one except the Lord can protect them from the danger of Vrtrasura. The elements mentioned represent the 23 elements. That means the 23 elemental deities. Those elements, the planets made up of the elements, and the Devatas in charge of the planets, starting with Brahma and all of us present now, who are afraid of death, offering gifts of the Lord. Let there be shelter coming from the Lord whom death fears. See now, till now the weapons are swallowed by him, and later on the planets can be swallowed by him, the planets and stars can be swallowed by him, and all the living entities living in those planets and stars and all these abodes also will be swallowed by Vrtra. Vrtra is so big, he can do it. That's why the elements, elemental devatas, the planets, and the devatas who are living in those planets, everyone is offering obeisances to Lord Vishnu and asking for protection. So, like that, it means he is not just big the way we may imagine. He's actually very big. He can actually swallow the entire universe. That big. So, like that, we have to understand. 21 to 27 prayers offered by the devatas for Lord's protection before Lord's appearance, and then after Lord's appearance 31 to 45. The whole chapter is all prayers. Then one may
Hare
ask
Krishna,
question like,
Prabhuji.
yes.
Prabhuji, it was mentioned that they are afraid of, everyone is afraid of the time factor, like that. And the time factor himself, however, is afraid of the supreme personality of Godhead. But the time himself is the Lord only. Like Lord says that Kalos Miham.
That is like causal proposition. You may say everything is Lord only. But Kala itself is there. Kala means Lord Shiva. For all practical purposes, Kala is printed by Lord Shiva because he is the in charge of destruction. And since Lord Shiva is non-different from Lord Vishnu, he says Kalosmi.
Oh, when during the time of creation, the Lord Vishnu glance is the time. That is also the time factor like that we had studied. So
Not like that. He did not glance
time
time.
is not
He glanced
time.
upon Prakriti. That Lord's glance is Kala.
That's what. So the Lord directly is not the Kala. Well, his form as a Shiva is Kala. That is how it has to be understood.
Yes. It is like that. Lord's
Because
agency is
in many
Kala.
places it.
Lord's agency is Kala.
Okay. Oh. Because everywhere, wherever the mention comes that everyone is afraid of time, everyone is afraid of Kala, we understand it as the Lord Himself, like that. So here, some
See, in
different
that way,
understanding is there.
Shakti and Shaktiman are non-different from each other. Na? In that way, it is his only. For example, a king gives an
Okay.
order. People are afraid of the order. Why? Because the order is coming from the supreme king. Here, the order is non-different from the king. At the same time, it's different also. The king is not coming, but only the order is coming. Like that.
Okay. Okay. So Kala is actually the agency of the Lord, which works Lord Shiva like that.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Avismitam tam paripurna kamam
Avismitam tam paripurnakamam
svenaiva labena samam prashantam
svenaiva labhena samam prashantam
विनोपसर्पति अपरं हि बालिशा
vinopasarpati aparam hi balisham
त्वलाङ्गुलेनातितिरन्ति सिन्धुम्
svalangulena tititarti sindhum. Free from all material conceptions of existence and never wonderstruck by anything, the Lord is always jubilant and fully satisfied by his own spiritual perfection. He has no material designations, and therefore he is steady and unattached. That supreme personality of Godhead is the only shelter of everyone. Anyone desiring to be protected by others is certainly a great fool who desires to cross the sea by holding the tail of a dog.
The great fool who is trying to cross the ocean of samsara by holding onto a dog's tail approaches anyone except the Lord. That means he goes to a different place, not to the Lord, for whom nothing is astonishing to accomplish, who is full in his desires with a perfect form, and who is gentle with his devotees. So when devatas are saying that no, we are afraid, please, you can only protect us. So Lord might ask, you could have gone to somewhere else. Now, why are you coming? What is this? What is so special? You could have gone to Shiva. Why are you coming to me? Not like exactly Shiva, but some example I'm telling. You could have managed. Why are you coming me? Something like that. And the Devata said that the intelligent person should not surrender to anyone else. A really foolish person approaches someone else for shelter, sometimes to devatas, karma yoga, jnana yoga, etc. But the wise person does not do so. It is just like a person desiring to cross the ocean by holding a dog's tail. Surrendering to somebody else to cross the ocean, it is like trying to cross the Bhavasagar, the ocean, normal ocean, by holding onto a dog's tail. Dog itself does not swim properly, and if we hold on to dog's tail, how can we go further? The dog cannot cross the ocean itself. Then what to speak of the man holding its tail? The dog, seeing the man holding his tail, will throw him off in the water, and then dog itself will be drowned, and the person also will drown. If you take shelter of somebody else other than Lord Vishnu for crossing the material existence, they themselves will drown and they will drown us. So like that. However, it is not astonishing that the person who takes shelter of the Lord crosses the ocean of samsara. But on the other hand, whoever takes shelter of Lord Vishnu can easily cross the ocean of samsara. That the Lord is described as avismitam, without any surprises. Though it is astonishing that without the Lord some try to cross the ocean of samsara, it is not astonishing to cross by taking shelter of the Lord. Since that ocean immediately becomes like the water in a calf's footprint. Even many people are trying to cross the ocean of samsara without taking shelter of the Lord, and they are making all attempts. Whether they become successful or not, we don't know. But for those who take shelter of the Lord and then try to cross the ocean of samsara, for them the ocean of samsara becomes like the calf's footprint. Bhavambudhi padam vastapadam. The entire Bhavambudhi becomes like a vastapadam, calf's footprint. That is easily crossable for devotees. So thus they say that the Lord is always complete in his desires, along with the attainment of Sarupya of 7 types of Sarupa of 7 types of sweetness. So Lord is always endowed with 7 Adbhut qualities. What are they? Lord's beauty, Lord's fragrance, sound of his voice, youthfulness, tastiness, liberality, and mercy mentioned in the Madhurya Kanana. These are 7 things are mentioned in the Madhurya Kanana. These are 7 sweetnesses are always there with the Lord. So his beauty is there, fragrance, voice, youthfulness, tastiness, liberality, and karuna, mercy. He has enjoyment bestowed through his Haladini Shakti. The Lord is gentle, tolerant of his devotees, though they commit seva prada, since he is affectionate to his devotees. So now they are saying that, so my dear Lord, we are doing your seva, but in your seva there is some aprada. The first aprada was we disrespected our guru, one of your devotee Brahaspati. The second aprada is we have killed Vishwarupa, whom we have accepted as our guru. So we have done so many seva pradas, but you are so gentle, you are so compassionate upon your devotees. Even though we made so many mistakes, but you will be merciful upon us. With that hope, we have come to you, in spite of making a great mistake. Like that, they are submitting their mistake and then asking Lord for protection. This is what they are doing.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, tastiness is what quality?
Tastiness is what quality and all. Thoda sa Madhurya Kadambani is written by our Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. So he enters into thoda sa Premaras, Rasikacharya, na? So like when Dhruva Maharaj had darshan of Lord Vishnu, he fell flat, touching the feet of the Supreme Lord. In the commentary it is said that he was actually licking the feet of the Supreme Lord. He was experiencing the taste of Lord's lotus feet. So like that.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
Of course, esoterically it is said like that, but otherwise also, basically the understanding is that when we see the Lord, all 5 senses of ours will be completely fulfilled. By our eyes, we see the beauty of the Lord. By our nostril, we experience the fragrance of the Lord. The fragrance, like 4 Kumaras, they smelled the fragrance coming from the Tulsi kept on the lotus feet of the Lord. When Lord speaks, we hear the sound. And then we taste with our tongue when we lick on the Lord, something like that. So how many हो गया? Eyes, nostril, ears, tongue, and then when we touch, the touch of the we can experience the tenderness of Lord's body. That is called youthfulness. मतलब Lord is always in Kaishwara Avastha. Is very tender in age. His body, whole body is so tender. So these are the 5 attributes of the 5 senses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Liberality and mercy. These these are Lord is so liberal, Audarya, and is also full of compassion. There are some of the other attributes can be experienced when one stands in front of the Supreme Lord. Like that. Because the Lord is liberal and merciful, they are saying that you are affectionate to your devotees, even though we have made so many Seva Pradas, to please forgive us and help us from this great calamity. Like that they are saying. So next verse. यस्योरुशृङ्गे जगतिं स्वनावम्
यस्योरुशृङ्गे जगतिं स्वनावम्
मनोर्यता यताबद्य ततारदुर्गम्
मनुर्यथा बध्यततारदुर्गम्
स एव न त्वष्ट्रभया दुरन्तरा दुरन्तात्
स एव नस्त्वाष्ट्रभयाद्दुरन्तात्
ताराश्रितान् वारिचरोऽपि नूनम्
त्राताश्रितान् वारिचरोऽपि नो. The Manu named King Satyavrata formerly saved himself by trying the small boat of the entire world to be horn of the Matsya Avatara, the fish in. By the grace of Matsya Avatara, Manu saved himself from the great danger of the flood. May that same fish incarnation save us from the great and fearful danger caused by the son of Tvashta.
So they say that previously when the universe was in danger, you appeared as Matsya and saved King Satyavrata, who is current Manu. Same way, please save us. Matsya, who bound the boat of earth on his horn and crossed the ocean of devastation, will deliver us. We take shelter of him out of endless fear of the son of Ashta. So we are very low, having material desires, and approach the Lord out of fear of the demon. He should protect us, just as he gave protection previously during the Pralaya. This is expressed in 2 verses. Just as Lord Matsya saved the earth, he will save us from the demon Vrtra. Though he moves about in the water and is situated there, he can protect us who are on the land because he is the Lord. So somebody may say that, okay, Lord Matsya protected during that time, but now he is in the ocean. How can he protect it? So no problem. Last time also Lord protected Manu and King Satyavrata, all these people who are on the land. He was in the water, but they were on the land, they were protected. Same way, now also he can protect us. We are on the land, he is in the water, no problem. He can do. He is not an ordinary person. He can do anything. So he should protect us. Like that they are saying. Because the recent avatar of the Lord is one Matsya. So Matsya happened before this Pralaya. Afterwards we saw that of course Lord again appeared as Lord Varaha and Lord Narasimha also. These two avatars also recently appeared. After that, Samudra Manthan also happened. During Samudra Manthan, Lord was there as Kurma and Dhanvantari Mohini. But though they remembered Matsya, and then because Matsya is connected to devastation, now also it seems that the entire universe is going to be destroyed. So in that way, they are saying. And next they give another example of Brahma. Even the Lord saved Brahma himself at the beginning of the creation. So if he can save Brahma, then why he can't? He can save us also. When he saved Brahma, that time also there is some kind of dissolution. Out of fear of dissolution only he saved Brahma. So like that. Like the dimension. पुरा स्वयंभूर अपि संयमाम्बसि
पुरा स्वयंभूरपि संयमाम्भसि
उदीर्णवातोर्मिरवैकराले
उदीर्णवातोर्मिरवैकराले
एकोरविन्दात् पतितस्ततारा
एको रविन्दात् पतितस्ततार
तस्मात् भयादेन स नोऽस्तु पारा
तस्मात् भयात् येन सनोस्तु पारा. In the beginning of creation, a tremendous wind caused fierce waves of inundating water. The great waves made such a horrible sound that Lord Brahma almost fell from his seat on the lotus into the water of devastation. But he was saved with the help of the Lord. Thus we also expect the Lord to protect us from this dangerous condition.
Here he gives the example that the beginning of the creation, when Brahma alone was there on the top of the lotus, as he looked down, the entire Garbhodaka ocean was trembling like anything. And even the lotus upon which he was situated, that lotus is also like moving here and there because of the terrible winds. He felt as if he will fall from the top of the universe, from Satyaloka, from the top of the lotus flower into Garbhodaka ocean. But that time, he heard two syllables, tapa, tapa. Hearing those two words for two times, he understood, okay, I need to perform tapasya. I need to become indifferent to what's all around me. So he performed tapasya. As a result of that, he had darshan of Lord Vishnu. He offered prayers. Then he was empowered by Lord Vishnu. Again, he performed tapasya. He was double empowered again. Then he drank the water as well as the wind. The wind and the water, which are causing so much fear and which are trembling the lotus flower, he drank them completely. That much powerful he became. That was all because of Lord's special mercy upon Brahma. Similarly, now also our situation is like that. The universe is at the verge of death because of this Vrtrasura. So may the same Lord who protected King Satyavrata, who protected Lord Brahma, may protect us also. So like that. So they are giving the extreme conditions, extreme case studies. So the current situation is no less than those two situations. So therefore only Lord can save us, no one else can save us, like that they are saying.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Prabhuji, I got confused. Like the waters of devastation or pralaya, when it comes, it is uh, that at means when there is complete pralaya, all 14 planetary systems which are created by Brahma, they get destroyed, not in the pralaya. So, like
Ten of them
this
are physically
beginning pralaya,
destroyed,
which is
four of them will become invisible.
all like that.
Hmm.
When from the initial state tapa at word. So that
Yes,
time
yes.
actually the creation of this planetary systems had not happened. No? So even in Garbhodaka ocean also pralaya comes like that.
See, from the previous pralaya, yesterday evening the pralaya happened, all the 14 planetary systems, they were kind of destroyed, they enter into Garbhodaka ocean. And since then, the Garbhodaka
Uh,
ocean is trembling like anything. There are a lot of waves are there. The wind is there
okay.
and trembling is there, and the ocean itself
Okay,
is
huh.
producing huge turbulence. And eventually, next day morning, lotus came up. The lotus itself is moving right and left, and the ocean water also like tremble like anything. So that is the situation.
Okay. So after every pralaya, the Satyaloka will remain in the invisible form, and for the
No, no,
next
no,
creation,
not like
every
that. Not
time
wait,
Brahma.
wait, wait. Again, so much confusion. Why you people have? I told this many times. 10 planetary systems are destroyed by fire and water. By force, they are falling into Garbhodak Ocean. The remaining 4 lokas, voluntarily they enter into Garbhodak Ocean along with Brahma and other devatas. Because either forcefully or voluntarily they are all entering into Garbhodak Ocean, they are all kind of destroyed. They went through destruction.
Is ultimately all would be due to very means different reasons for both 10 and 4 like that. So next time when the creation has to happen, the Brahma means I'm just trying to understand that with every creation Brahma performs austerities or it doesn't be one time. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yes, he does every day. Every day he does that. Like our morning sadhana, he also does morning sadhana every day morning.
Okay. For every creation, his sadhana is to perform austerities first, pray to the Lord, and then the creation starts. Oh,
Yes.
understood. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu.
Ya eka esho nijamayayana.
एक ईशो निजमायना
ससर्जयेनानुसृजाम विश्वम्
ससर्जयेनानुसृजाम विश्वम्
स्वयं न यस्यापि पुरा समीहता
वयं न यस्यापि पुरा समीहता
पश्यामलिङ्गं पृथगीशमानिनः
पश्यामलिङ्गं पृथगीशमानिना. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who created us by his external potency and by whose mercy we expand the creation of the universe, is always situated before us as the Supersoul. But we cannot see his form. We are unable to see him because all of us think that we are separate and independent gods.
That one Lord created us by his own energy, and by him alone we create the universe. We, thinking we are also creators, do not see the form of the Lord as Rama or Krishna, who performed pastimes long before we existed. So they say that though the Lord is present everywhere and also here in front of us, but he is not visible to our material senses. But his mercy by his mercy he may become visible and protect us. This is expressed in text number 25 to 27. So basically they say that just like the Lord protected Lord Brahma in an invisible way, he can also protect us in an invisible way. So how can you say that means Lord has no form? No, Lord has a form, but Lord is not visible to us because of our pride. We think that we are also creators as good as the Lord. Lord says, okay, if you are the creators, take care yourself. That's why Lord is not visible. But Lord, though he is invisible, but still he can protect us, like he protected Brahmaji. So they say in the next two verses, let us see what they say. Yo na sapatne vrushamaryamanan
यो न सपत्ने वृषम् अर्ध्यमानाम्
devarshitiiryan rushu nitya eva
ते वर्षितिर्यन् ऋषु नित्य एव
कृतावतारा tanubhi swamayaya
कृतावतारस्तनुभिः स्वमायया
कृत्वा पाति युगे युगे च
कृत्वात्मसात् पाति युगे युगे च
तमेव देवं वयमात्मदैवतम्
तमेव देवं वयमात्मदैवतम्
परं प्रधानं पुरुषं विश्वमन्यम्
Param Pradhanam Purusham Vishwamanyam.
Vrajama sarve sharanam sharanyam.
Vrajama Sarve Sharanam Sharanyam.
Swanam sanoda satisham mahatma.
Svanam Sanodhasyati Sham Mahatma. By his inconceivable internal potency, the Supreme Personality of Godhead expands into various transcendental bodies as Vamandev, the incarnation of strength among the demigods, Parshuram, the incarnation among saints, Narsimhadev and Varaha, incarnations among animals, and Matsya and Kurma, incarnations amongst aquatics. He accepts various transcendental bodies among all types of living entities, and among human beings, he especially appears as Lord Krishna and Lord Rama. By his causeless mercy, he protects the demigods, who are always harassed by the demons. He is the supreme worshipable deity of all living entities. He is the supreme cause, represented as the male and female creative energies. Although different from this universe, he exists in his universal form, Virat Roop. In our fearful condition, let us take shelter of him, for we are sure that the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Soul, will give us his protection.
Considering us his own self, the Lord protects us when we are greatly suffering from the demons. He becoming avatars in various forms among men, animals, sages, and devatas by his mercy in every yuga. So, in order to protect us from the troubles of asuras, Lord comes sometimes among the men, like Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, sometimes among animals, like Narasimha, Varaha, etc. Sometimes among the sages like Dattatreya, Kapila, etc. And sometimes among the devatas like Vamana, etc. By his mercy in every yuga. We approach the Lord worthy of worship by all beings, who is the supreme cause, who is the supreme cause, who is Prakriti, who is universal form, who is the spiritual world, who is the shelter of his devotees, and the most worthy shelter. He will give good fortune to us. So the Lord can offer us good fortune because he was doing it regularly. He always did. Whenever devatas are in trouble, Lord would appear in various avatars. Ete chamsha kula kala pumsha krishnastu bhagavan swayam indrari vyakulam lokam rudayanti yuge yuge. Indrari vyakulam lokam. When the entire universe is troubled by Indra Ari, Ari means enemy, Indra's enemy. The asuras who are envious, who are enemy of Indra, when they trouble the entire universe, the Lord appears in various avatars and protects Indra and other devatas. So may that same Supreme Lord protect us now also. The Lord is the universal form, though is through his Maya Shakti. By his Swarupa Shakti is different from the universe. Though the Lord is compared with Lord is said as, so Lord is the supreme cause, Lord is the Prakriti, Lord is the universal form, Lord is the spiritual world, Lord is the children of all devotees. Though Lord is all these things, but the material world is manifestation of the external energy. Spiritual world and spiritual forms are manifestation of his spiritual energy. So the distinction we need to know, we need to understand. So like that it is indicated. So in any case, since Lord is entire universe, and now the universe itself is a danger. That means the Lord is a danger. So Lord has to protect himself means Lord has to protect us because we are also his expansions. We are also part of the universe. So the universe is a danger means Lord should protect it because it is his universe. So he will protect us. So like that. So on the western ghats of the western ocean, they are all offering these wonderful prayers. So hearing all these wonderful prayers, Lord immediately appeared in front of all the devatas. So looking at the Supreme Lord, immediately they fell flat and offered obeisances, full dandavat. And they got up and sat on their knees like this, and then they began to offer prayers unto Supreme Lord once again. So next 2-3 verses talks about Lord Darshan, and then The remaining chapter will talk about their second set of prayers. So like that. Any
Hare Krishna.
questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I know this can be slightly deviating, but whenever this universal form is mentioned, I'm kind of confused that how do we exactly understand Lord's universal form? Like we say that this is meant for less intelligent who cannot believe in the form of the Lord, and therefore they perceive the Supreme Lord through this universal form. But how exactly as devotee we understand, I mean practicing devotees, we understand universal form to be Krishna. Of course, one sense we say that because on everything it is controlled by Krishna, everything is within Krishna, therefore he is Krishna. I mean universal form is Krishna, but I'm not sure I have understood it precisely.
Okay. I'll give you one simple example.
Yeah.
All of us are going to temple regularly,
Yes. Yes.
at least once in a week. Or some of them are more often and some of them are less often.
Hmm.
Temple is a big institution. It is operated every day. It is getting operated by some able people. Yes or no?
Yeah. Yes.
So that is what we in our modern terms we say it as management, temple management. Temple is
Yes.
being managed by different people, and every
Hmm.
people, every team doing their respective service. Some of them are
Yes.
taking care of housekeeping. Some of them are taking care of electricity. Some of them are taking care of water. Some of them are taking care of cooking. Some of them are
Hmm.
taking care of serving. Some of them are taking care of guest reception. And
Yes.
some of them are taking care of the temple program coordination, morning program, Bhagavatam class, all these things. When
Hmm.
all these people are doing their respective services, the temple is being operated nicely.
Yes.
If some things are not happening properly, then what happens?
Yeah, there is mismanagement kind of.
If nothing is happening, then what happens?
Nothing happens. That means nothing is existing in one sense.
Nothing is happening means very soon temple will lose its existence. Today it is
Yeah.
there, but nothing is happening. Then no one will come next. If the
Yeah. Yeah.
pujaris are not getting up early in the morning and waking up the deities and then dressing the deities and giving a night darshan, who will come?
Yeah.
If darshan is shown without being dressed properly,
Hmm.
idhar, adha udhar, without any arati, who will come to temple? So it
Yeah.
becomes like a desolate place. That
Hmm.
means the maintenance is very much important.
Yeah.
The maintenance is taken care by a body.
Hmm.
Okay. In that body, there are two category of people. Some people who are
Hmm.
guiding, some people who are
Hmm.
executing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same way. Okay. And all these people put together is called temple.
Yes.
Yes or no? So
Yes. Making sense.
that
Yeah.
a team is guiding and others are executing. And sometimes we
Hmm.
also take part in that execution.
Hmm.
Though we brahmachari staying in the temple, all of you gurus are staying outside, also come and take part in the execution of the temple activities.
Yes.
We are also part of maintenance.
Hmm. Hmm.
Same way, this universe is like an institution. It has
Yes.
to be maintained.
Hmm.
So the managers are the devatas.
Hmm.
The executors are sub devatas and all of us.
Hmm.
And all of us put together, the devatas and all of us put together is called universal form.
Hmm.
Universal form means the management body.
Okay.
So like that. That's all. And
And,
who is the
yeah.
in charge of the maintenance?
From the highest hierarchy, it's the Lord.
Ah,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
Lord? Which Lord?
Krishna, of course.
Not Krishna, Vishnu.
Vishnu. Okay. Yeah.
So Vishnu is the maintainer of the entire universe and he is
Hmm.
maintaining with the help of this managing body.
Hmm.
And that body is specially empowered by him. And it is the body is able to do what they are doing is by Lord's empowerment. So in one
Mm-hmm.
sense, that body he is doing with the help of the body, and hence he is not different from the body. So now ultimately, who is
Mm.
doing the maintenance?
Him only.
Lord Vishnu.
Yeah.
So that's
Lord.
why he is universal form. But on
Okay.
practical grounds, who is maintaining?
The devatas and the sub devatas and us also.
All of them put together is called as.
Management body.
And then in terms of our current technical term,
Universal form.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
So it is like that.
Okay. Yeah.
And those who cannot see, perceive, and are not not in a one what do you say? Not in a position to appreciate the form of the Lord because they don't have
Mm.
complete knowledge. And they were
Mm.
told, yeah, universe, meditate upon the universe. Since you cannot meditate upon Paramatma, meditate on the
Mm.
universe, which is
Mm-hmm.
also another existence of the Lord.
Okay.
So like that. So first they meditate upon the universe as Lord's expansion. When they become
Mm.
purified, then they are able to meditate upon the Paramatma.
Yeah. Okay.
So like that.
Okay.
There is a gradual progression.
Okay. Okay. So, in one sense, we see the hands of the Lord or the presence of the Lord in a subtle manner because He
Hmm.
is the one who's controlling everything.
Yes.
Of course, with the assistance of the others, but He is the one who's controlling. So that's how He's non-different
Hmm.
from the universe, right?
Yes. Yes. Just like
Okay.
His Holiness Radhanashram Maharaj. He says one
Yeah.
word only. He does not do much. He says one word, but
Yeah.
everything is done.
Yes. Yes. True.
If he says something and everyone has to do it, there is no way that
Yes.
no, why like this, why like that, why not like that. No one can question. So like that.
Yeah.
But he
Okay.
himself is not doing.
Yeah.
Same way, Lord Vishnu does not do anything. He just tells one word and everything will happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because others, his empowered representatives are doing everything. But they are
Okay.
doing because he said. They are not doing on their own. Then who is doing?
Yeah.
He is the one who is doing.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Good. Good. Thank you so much, Roy. It's making a lot of sense now. Thank you.
Somebody else was saying something.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, you mentioned Western shores. So Western means exactly which? How do we see this Western shore?
Because it is there in the Bhagavatam verse only like that. So because these are all happening in the heavenly realm, na?
Huh.
So see, one way to see they are all happening in the heavenly realm.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to understand like that. But Bhagavatam itself says on the bank of Narmada river, something like that. Narmada river and all will come in the next chapter, I suppose. So
Huh.
Narmada river to idhar hi. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it seems that they also in the previous yugas, maybe in Satyuga and etc., even though the devatas also take the war field and the Bhumandala also sometimes. So on the Bhumandala only they want to fight and then they have taken this as a war field, etc. Like that we can understand. Or there is a ocean in the heavenly abodes, and that ocean has got directions, eastern direction, western direction. Just like we have directions, devatas also have some directions, na? Because the universe
Mm-hmm.
itself has directions. The directions are not just for us. We say then Ashtadik Palakas, east, west, north, south, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. So they will be
Yes.
there all over the universe.
So
So
this
from
will be
their
the
location in the western side,
Western shore of the Kshir Sagar then.
Kshetrasagar हो सकता है. Western shore of Kshetrasagar also we can say. Let us see what Bhagavatam says. If something is mentioned about it, we'll see.
Thank you.
Sri Shuka
Hare
Uvacha.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji. Yes, yes.
Prabhuji, I just wanted to know, like, your Lord takes in Lord incarnates in every species we say now. So,
Hmm.
like, we will not understand all like mosquito and the lizard or the snake or whatever we see. So, really, every species Lord incarnates there.
No, not every species. Some important species, not among the mosquitoes and insects and all. Especially these names are only mentioned always in the Bhagavatam. If you see, Dhru, Tiryag, and Devata, Rushibi. Among humans, animals, sages, and devatas, only these four species only Lord appears, not in other species. And sometimes full and sometimes combination of two different species, not in the other species.
Like
Animals
nursing
also
they like
includes
that.
aquatics. That's why Lord we have Matsya also. But we have Matsya, Varaha, Narasimha, Kurma, Haigriva, so like that. And sages we have
Mm-hmm.
Parashurama,
Because
Kapila, Dattatreya, etc.
okay, I suddenly I was worried. Who knows? Like we see some earthworm or mosquito or whatever cockroach, but maybe the Lord has incarnated in that species, so we will not
We don't
understand
know. We
because
may not be,
we
and we don't know also. So whatever prominent avatars are there, the
yeah.
descriptions are there in the Bhagavatam.
Yeah, because Lord wants to attract every jiva, no? So those who are in those species, they will otherwise they will get chance only when they go to that species where Lord incarnates like that. So
No,
that's what I
no.
was trying to.
See, not necessarily. You just because, okay, now you tell me. Lord appeared as Matsya. So how many Matsyas got attracted to him and got delivered? Are the fishes are hearing about Lord Matsya?
Probably
Gopal.
not. We will not understand now, Prabhuji.
No, even
But the
though
scriptures would have mentioned it that way.
normally all these avatars and all these species and they are the different avatars are all mainly the other species also can practice bhakti and deliver, but mainly all things are primarily meant for human beings and other entities such as human beings, all the superhuman beings also. The lower species, maybe there could be some exceptions who will be able to have higher consciousness and able to follow, but in general, the lower species are all said to be in Tamaguna.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. So
From the
even if Lord incarnates in their species, they won't be able to understand like that.
it is mainly meant for human beings and devatas and others.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense because even when Lord incarnates in human species, not everyone understands that the Lord is there and has incarnated, and we can actually are able to
It
see
is
the
meant for
Lord. No?
everyone,
Even
but Bhagavatam itself says that even Lord cannot deliver the, matlab in the sense, the Lord appears in the various avatars to deliver those who are in Sattva. Sattva people are ready to accept it. Other gunas, they need to raise to Sattva, then they will accept it. Otherwise, they are not. So Lord appears in various gunas to deliver the
yes,
human beings in Sattva immediately.
right. Because even when Krishna appeared, not everyone saw him as the Lord. No? Like, yeah, this approach. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Sri Shuka Uvacha
Shrituka Vata
Iti Tesham Maharaja
Maharaja
Suranam Upatishtatam
Saranamupatishtatam
Pratīcām Dishi Abhūt Āvi
Praticham Dishabhudavi
Shankha Gadadaram.
Shankachakra Gadadhara. Sri Shukdev Goswami said, the king, when all the demigods offered him their prayers, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Hari, carrying his weapons, the conch shell, disc, and glove, appeared first within their hearts and then before them.
O king, When all the devatas offered him their prayers, the Lord, carrying his weapons Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, appeared before them on the bank of the western ocean. Praticham Dishi Abud Avi. So on the western bank of the ocean. So as Mataji said, maybe on the western bank of the Kshetrasagar, we can understand like that. The devatas attacked by the demons could not remain in a good place. Thus they sat and offered prayers in an isolated place on the bank of the western ocean, Praticham Dishi. So where exactly I also don't know, but on the bank of some ocean they prayed to the Lord without being seen by Vrtrasura. So Lord made his appearance. So then how was the appearance of the Lord? The two words describe. Atmatulyai Shodashabir
आत्मतुल्यै षोडशभिर्
Vina Srivasta Kaustubau
विना श्रीवत्सकौस्तुभौ
Paryupashitam Nitra
पर्युपासितम् उन्निद्रा
Sharad Amburu Hekshanam
शरद अम्बुरुहे क्षणम्
Drishtvatam Avanau Sarva
दृष्ट्वा तम् अवनौ सर्व
Ikshanahlada Vivala Viklava
ईक्षणाह्लादविक्लवः
Dandavat Patitarajan
दण्डवत्पतिता राजन्
Chanair Uttaya Tushtu.
जनैरुत्थाय तुष्टुः. Surrounding and serving the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayan were 16 personal attendants, decorated with ornaments and appearing exactly like him, but without the mark of Srivatsa and the Kaustubh jewel. O king, when all the demigods saw the Supreme Lord in that posture, smiling with eyes like the petals of lotuses grown in autumn, they were overwhelmed with happiness and immediately fell down like rods, offering dandavats. Then they slowly rose and pleased the Lord by offering him prayers.
Seeing the Lord with lotus eyes, like lotuses blooming in the autumn. Sharad Amburuhu Ikshanam. Unnidra Sharad Amburu Ikshanam. So his lotus eyes are blooming like lotuses in the season of autumn. Who was served by attendants equal to himself, but without the marks of Srivasta and Kaustubha jewel. Atma Tullair Shodashabir. They are same as Supreme Lord only. Sarupya Mukti. How many? 16. Who are the 16? 14 gatekeepers and plus Vishwaksena and Garuda. That's what Acharya say. So these 16 people are worshipping the Lord. So it seems that Garuda also appear looking like one of the Vaikuntha Vasi and like Vishnu only, not like the bird, but he's looking like a Vaikuntha Vasi human being. Yes, sir. All the devatas overwhelmed with happiness and seeing him immediately fell down like rods, full dandavat, and then slowly rose up and began to offer prayers. The Lord was worshipped all around by his associates like Sunanda, who are all like the Lord with various markings such as four arms, but without Srivasta and Kaustubha. So the Devatas saw this darshan, fell flat and offered full dandavat, then got up and kneeled down on their knees and they began to offer wonderful prayers. Now the second set of prayers will begin.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna
ma'am.
Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
The 16 people, the 16 personalities you said, they were the gatekeepers, 14, and
14 gatekeepers and plus 2.
And Vishwaksen, and who was the other person?
Garuda.
Good. Okay, good. Thank you.
So now the Devatas are going to offer second set of prayers. Sri Deva Uchuhu
Deva Uchuhu
Namaste Yajna Viryaya
Samye
वयसे उततो नमः।
वयसे तते नमः।
नमस्ते हि अष्टचक्राय। अष्टचक्राय
नमस्ते हि अष्टचक्राय।
नमः नमः पुरुहूतये।
नमः सुपुरुहूतये. The demigod said, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are competent in the results of sacrifice, and you are also the time factor that destroys all results in due course. You are the one who releases the chakra to kill the demons. O Lord, who possesses many varieties of names, offer our respectful obeisances unto you.
The devatas are saying now, they had darshan of the Lord and then they began to offer prayers. We offer respects to you, who bestow the results of sacrifice, who destroy those results as well, who holding the chakra kill the demons and protect us, and who is invoked by many names. The devatas, expressing that the Lord should be considered their only object of worship, say that he alone is the cause of giving or obstructing results for persons like themselves worshipping through sacrifices. So they are going to say that, my dear Lord, you are the ultimate beneficiary and you are the ultimate protector, and it is you who will destroy the demons. So in that way, we are actually worshipping you because you are the ultimate object of worship. The Lord gives the results of sacrifice, such as Swarga. When people perform Swarga Yajna, they will get the result in the form of Swarga. We offer respects to He who has the ability to give the results. Again, we offer respects to the Lord who destroyed those results in the form of time. So those people who perform Yajna, they will be awarded Swarga. And as soon as their piety is over, Lord will throw them out of Swarga. That is also done by the Lord only. The Lord has time, He will do it. He will remove it. We offer respects to you who throws your chakra, killing the demons and protecting us. Lord has a chakra which will protect the devotees and kill the demons. We offer respects to the Lord who is nicely invoked with
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. We are not
We
able
can't
to
hear.
hear. Mataji, you.
Oh, no, I cannot hear. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
now you are able to hear me.
Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes.
So basically, the Supreme Lord is called with three different names here. So in the next two set of verses,
Prabhuji, again, voice is good.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, we can't hear.
I think Prabhuji's side network problems.
Yeah, I guess so. Even I'm not able to hear anything.
Hare Krishna. Now,
Hare- Yes, we
now
can
you are
hear
able
you
to hear
now.
me.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So basically, they say that when somebody performs yajna, my dear Lord, it is you who offer sarga to them, and it is you who will take them away from sarga after their piety is over. Similarly, asta chakraya. It is you who, by sending Chakra, protect the devotees like Lord Chakra protected Ambarish Maharaj from the fiery demon produced by Durvasa. And the same Chakra will kill the demons. And Supuru Hutaya. And Lord is glorified with many, many, many wonderful names. So, what are the different wonderful names of the Lord will be mentioned in the text number 33 and further. Then we will see how many wonderful names Lord possesses. So, like that. So, basically, they are first they glorify the Lord, then they ask for the blessings. That is normally they do. So, that's what they are doing now. First, they will actually talk about Lord's wonderful name, form, and qualities, attributes, and then finally they ask for Lord's protection. So, like that. Yatte gatinam tisrunam
Yatte gatinam tisrinam
ईशितुः paramam padam
ishituhu paramam padam
नार्वाचिनो विसर्गस्य
narvachino visargasya
धातर्वेदितमर्हति.
dhatar veditam arhati. O Supreme Controller, you control the three destinations: promotion to the heavenly planets, birth as a human being, and condemnation in hell. Yet your supreme abode is Vaikuntha Dham. Since we appeared after you created this cosmic manifestation, your activities are impossible for us to understand. We therefore have nothing to offer you but our humble obeisances.
So they say that, oh Lord, persons who have appeared later in this creation cannot understand the supreme abode of you, the person who dispenses the destination of devatas, men and animals. So in the previous verse, it is said that you are glorified as Yajna Viryaya Asta Chakraya. These two things actually say that, my dear Lord, it is you who have employed us as devatas. It is you who will deploy us as devatas. After our Manvantara time period is over, we will be no more devatas. You will send us back to our original previous position. The same way, it is you who will destroy by your chakra the asuras who go against your plan, against your system. And it is you who protect your subordinates when they are in trouble. Though you do all these things, because we are part of your secondary creation, we are all part of Visargasya. Devatas are produced in the Visarga. You created Brahma, Brahma created us. And we can't even understand about Brahma, then how can we understand about you? We can't understand you. That is not possible for us. We are very ignorant in understanding you. Persons who have appeared later in this creation cannot understand the supreme abode of you. We cannot understand you and we cannot understand your abode. And the person who dispenses the destinations of devatas, men and animals, it is you who actually make us move from one species to other species. So currently we are devatas, next life we may become humans. Currently somebody is human, next they become devatas. Our movements in this material world are all happening because of you, but we don't know you, because we are your creations. Name vidu suragana prabhavamna maharshaya ham adirhi devanam maharshinam cha sarvasha. Since I am the creation of devatas and maharshis, they don't know about me completely. So devatas say the same thing. We don't know about you completely. So Lord is asking why they are saying this. Lord is asking, you are praising me to obtain insignificant temporary sarga. Why do you not ask for Vaikunta, which is full of eternal bliss? They say that, yes, Lord, we are only asking for Swarga. Vrtrasura is coming and throwing us away from Swarga, and we don't have anything to do, anything to any place to stay. So we have come to you for protection to regain our own positions and homes. So Lord is saying, why are you asking for Swarga? Why don't you ask for Vaikunta? They say that if we have to ask about Vaikunta, we should know about Vaikunta. We don't know about Vaikunta. How can we ask about Vaikunta? They are honest enough. It is not that they don't know. It is that they, as of now, they don't want Vaikunta. That's why they are not asking for Vaikunta. They are not saying that, my dear Lord, either You're given at the Swarga, but Swarga is always troublesome. Or the one this Asura, that Asura, oh, somebody will come and trouble us. So we don't want to stay here. Please take us to Vaikuntha. They might say. But as of now, they are saying that, okay, somehow or other we have become attached to Swarga. Please, that is in that place is in danger. Please protect us. Like that they are saying. Why do you not ask for the Vaikuntha, which is full of eternal bliss? The Devatas say that persons like us recently created in the secondary creation cannot understand the supreme abode Vaikuntha belonging to you, who award bodies of Devatas, men and animals. We are like a cow. A cow will not accept or desire any food other than the grass and hay. It will refuse milk. We are like cow. If you are trying to give us the milk, cow does not drink or eat milk. It cannot survive upon milk. It needs green grasses and hay, some kind of dry foodstuffs. Same way, we are like cow. For our maintenance, we need heaven. We need some service in the heaven, the heavenly home, the heavenly food, the heavenly facilities that will only survive us. So we don't know what is superior, what is inferior. We only know this much. Please help us be with that. Like that, the devatas are asking Lord Vishnu. They are honest enough to accept and submit their predicament, current situation. So like that. Hare Krishna, able to follow?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. We'll take a small break and then we'll continue, because from the next verse onward, the verses are very, very, very big. All the prose only. We'll not read the verse, but we will discuss the translation and comment notes. So we'll have a small break. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Devotees are there? Able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Someone please read the translation.
Hare Krishna,
Yes, Mataji.
33rd shloka.
Ah.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Narayana, O Vasudev, Original Person, O Most Exalted Person, Supreme Experience, Welfare Personified, O Supreme Benediction, Supremely Merciful and Changeless, O Support of the Cosmic Manifestation, Sole Proprietor of all planetary systems, Master of everything and Husband of the Goddess of Fortune. Your Lordship is realized by the topmost sannyasis who wander about the world to preach Krishna consciousness, fully absorbed in samadhi through bhakti yoga. Because their minds are concentrated upon you, they can receive the conception of your personality in their fully purified hearts. When the darkness in their hearts is completely eradicated and you are revealed to them, the transcendental bliss they enjoy is the transcendental form of your Lordship. No one but such persons can realize you. Therefore, we simply offer you our respectful obeisances.
The different names of the Lord are mentioned in the chapter. O Lord with six complete qualities, O Bhagavan, O Narayana, the form of the Purushavasaras, O Vasudeva, the source of the Purushavasaras, O Lord of Vaikuntha, O revealer of the splendor to the devotees, O Lord who manifests most auspicious spiritual forms, O Lord with devotees beyond time, O most merciful Lord who gives bliss to the devotees, sole support of the universe, sole Lord of the planets, Lord of all beings, Lord of Lakshmi, we offer respects to you who appear along with your uncovered abode in the heart, whose door of ignorance has been opened by clearly manifested and established Bhakti Yoga through intense concentration using rules and regulations practiced by devotees detached from material life. So, in one sense, in the previous verse, they said that we are like cows. So, we don't know about your Vaikuntha. And they say that who can know about Vaikuntha? Whose hearts are filled with unpretentious bhakti. Only they will understand the Supreme Lord. Only they will understand about Vaikuntha. And they are qualified to go to Vaikuntha. So, in that way, they are telling. Then what do you know about me? So they are talking about the Lord, what they know about the Lord. The devatas have already said that the Lord is invoked by many names in verse 31. Now they praise him by addressing him with these many names. The different names of the Lord along with his various attributes are indicated in this verse. They call him as Bhagavan for the first. Oh Lord, complete with six qualities. Then they describe him, his completeness. O Narayana, by your expansions acting as Antaryami of the totality of Prakriti, of each of the universe and the Jivas, you are Karnadakshayi, Garbhudakshayi, and Kshirodakshayi. So the Lord is said to be Bhagavan, filled with six opulences. And what kind of Bhagavan? He is Antaryami of Prakriti, he is known as Karnadakshayi. He is Antaryami of one universe, he is known as Garbhudakshayi. He is the Antaryami of Jiva, then he is known as Kshirodakshayi. These are three different forms of Bhagavan, and these three forms are complete. But you are more complete than that as Vasudeva. So, Karnadakshayi, Garbhudakshayi, Kshirodakshayi, three are complete. But superior to them is Lord Vasudeva. He is most complete, and you are that Lord. The source of these three expansions. But you are more complete than that as Lord of Vaikuntha. Oh, original person, Adi Purusha. How is that form understood? How is that form of Lord of Vaikuntha is understood? You have many great splendors suitable for your devotees. Mahapurusha Mahanubhava. So what do you mean by the Lord of Vaikuntha is more complete? Because Lord of Vaikuntha is more complete because of his great splendor, suitable for his devotee. That means in Vaikuntha there are unlimited forms according to the desire of devotees. Some devotees want to serve the Lord as Matsya, some want to serve him as Varaha, Kurma, and Narasimha, etc. etc. So in Vaikuntha, Lord can manifest in various forms. That's how he is complete. There is nothing like, okay, a devotee imagines Lord to be in one particular, he expects that Lord should be in this form, I should worship him in this form. It is not that there is nothing that cannot be accepted by the Lord. Lord is there in every form. So in that way is more complete. But what happens to my devotees, my abode and my form at the time of devastation? So आप लोग भौतिक जगत में हैं. You are talking about Karnadakshayi, Garbhodakshayi, Kirdakshayi who continuously create, maintain and destroy. Then what happens to my Vaikuntha abode when there is destruction? Material things may be auspicious, but spiritual things are most auspicious. So they say that the Swarga and all, even though as long as it is existing, it is very good. But it has a time of annihilation. Swarga itself will go through annihilation at some point of time. But Vaikuntha does not go through any annihilation. That's why it is most auspicious. You have the most auspicious spiritual and eternal devotees and abode. My dear Lord, your abode and your associates are all most auspicious. And we and our abodes are just auspicious. Like that, they are giving a comparison. Because we ourselves and our abodes are subject to periodic destruction, but not Vaikuntha. You have devotees who are the most proper, since they are not controlled by time. Paramakalaya, Paramakalyan. They are beyond kala effect of kala. Having Paramakalyan means they have supremost auspiciousness. They are not subjected to the influence of time. They don't have anything called death or destruction. But we are not like that. We are subjected to time. Having external perception and being devoured by time. Let us take shelter of mercy of you, who are an ocean of powers and sweetness, O most merciful Lord. My dear Lord, in this material world, Swarga is auspicious. Yes, we accept, but it has a time bound auspicious. Though there is Vaikuntha, which is beyond the influence of time, it is most auspicious, but still, we are only praying for Swarga for now, because we are attached to Swarga. Whatever it is, you please protect us. You are realized as bliss itself by those who see internally rather than externally. Who are self-realized will experience you within the core of their heart as Paramatma. So in that way. Then when will this happen? When that will happen? You exist as an expansion of bliss in Vaikuntha without covering in the temple of the heart, whose door of deceptive ignorance has been unlocked by Bhakti Yoga. So when a auspicious devotee will be able to perceive the Bhagavan as Paramatma within the core of their hearts, when the door of deceptive ignorance is opened or unlocked by Bhakti Yoga, then one can perceive the Bhagavan as Paramatma within the core of their heart. How that is possible? Which is clearly manifested and completely established by intense concentration through Yama and Niyama. How can we manifest Bhakti Yoga within our heart? By following so many rules and regulations, and with intense concentration. And then when we are completely dedicated to the practice of bhakti, then our heart will reveal the form of Paramatma to us. Then you appear along with Vaikuntha when the heart has such qualities. Then, my dear Lord, you and your Vaikuntha abode will manifest in the heart of such a wonderful devotee. So these are, it is not that we don't know Vaikuntha, but as of now we are not on that at that caliber. So a devotee who has that kind of determined practice of bhakti, in his heart he will see you and you are abode Vaikuntha. But currently we only need Sarga. So like that, They're honestly submitting their current situation and asking for heaven. Like that. Next, someone read the translation.
These are our inquiries. The ordinary conditioned soul is subject to the material laws, and he thus receives the fruit of his actions. Does your lordship, like an ordinary human being, exist within the material world in a body produced by the material modes? Do you enjoy or suffer the good or bad results of action under the influence of time, past work, and so forth? Or, on the contrary, are you present here only as a neutral witness who is self sufficient, free from all material desires, and always full of spiritual potency? We certainly cannot understand your position.
It is difficult to understand that you, though engaged in pastimes in the spiritual world, without a material shelter, without actions in a material body, without the assistance of the devatas, without material gunas, create, maintain, and destroy the universe made up of gunas, without transformation of your Sarupa, though you are also the material elements. My dear Lord, it is very difficult for us to understand how you, who is situated beyond the three modes, in your spiritual abode, in a spiritual form, in a spiritual way, but you create, maintain, and destroy the material universes which are made up of material elements. And you are the source of those material elements. This we cannot understand. Because these things are happening beyond our purview. What we know is what's happening in this universe. What is happening beyond this universe, we can't perceive, we can't understand. That is beyond our comprehension. That's why we don't know about your Vaikuntha. That's why we don't know what you do as the Purusha avatars beyond this universe as Mahavishnu. It's very difficult. So you are beyond the gunas. You are Atma Rama, enjoying within, enjoying eternally in Vaikuntha. You also play in the material realm by carrying out creation and destruction by methods difficult for us to understand. That you engage in playing seem to be difficult to understand. At other places in the Bhagavad Gita said that the creation, maintenance, and destruction is the play of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. But we can't understand that play. Why it is play? How it is play? How do you play? That we don't understand. It is easy to understand for the intelligent devotees, but difficult to understand for others like us. Why? You have no shelter and have not bodily actions. We people who are like cows, we only know how the people like us and how they perform activities and what inspire them to practice activities. But you are not like us. You are beyond three modes of material nature. So what you do and why you do, we don't understand. We have heard that you do all these things as a play, but I don't know. We don't know what kind of play is that. It is very difficult for us to understand. But Shruti says that the Creator has a form with 1,000 heads. You give no regard to assistance from us, the present deities of the hand and other sense organs. Though you are the material cause of the universe, you are without transformation. So you are the source of material creation, and you are the source of us. But we go through transformation constantly. But you remain same, avyaya. There is no change in your existence, in your personality. If one accepts Vivartavada, then it is not astonishing that you are without transformation, since the transformations are illusory. It is astonishing if one does not accept Vivartavada. So Vivartavada says that the Brahman transforms into the universe. Then there is no issue. But Paranamavada says that Lord remains intact and Lord's energies are transforming in the form of the universe. How is that possible? It is very difficult for us to understand. So the universe is said to be Lord only. The Prakriti is said to be Lord's energy only. But Prakriti grows through transformation, but Lord does not go through. How do we understand that? It's very difficult for us. It is beyond our comprehension. Like that they say. Gajendra says, Namo Namaste Kila Karanaya Nishkaranaya Adbhuta Karanaya. My Lord, you are the cause of all causes, Akila Karanaya, but you are no cause, Nishkaranaya. Therefore, you are the astonishing cause of everything, Adbhuta Karanaya. I offer my respectful wishes unto you, Namo Namaste. So, Lord is the cause of everything, and Lord himself has no cause. This itself is a Adbhuta cause, a wonderful cause. He being the cause of everything else, he himself not having a cause itself is a wonderful cause. That is you. That is my Lord. So like that, Gajendra prayed to the Lord. Same way they are saying, no. This means that you are astonishing at the cause because you are without transformation, though you are the material cause. So basically, it is from Supreme Lord the material nature is produced. Then it is by Lord's glance the material nature transforms into material elements, and by the combination of them, the material universes are formed and all the living entities are formed. Everything is happening. The Lord who is transforming Prakriti is not transforming himself and remains intact. He himself remains intact. This is the great wonder within the Supreme Lord. And this great wonder, we may hear it, we may discuss it, but we can't understand. That is beyond our conception. According to our knowledge, around us, things around us always go through transformation. And you not going through transformation is a big puzzle for us. So like that, the devatas are submitting their inability to understand the transcendental nature of the Supreme Lord. So they gives the example that in this world we know how things are happening. There is a potter, he is influenced by three modes. There is a mud, which is also influenced by three modes. And the potter using the mud makes a pot, which is also influenced by three modes. But if you say that the potter is Lord Vishnu, the mud is Prakriti, the pot is the universe, but Vishnu is not subjected to three modes. But here potter is subjected to three modes. So this analogy we cannot apply to Lord Vishnu. That's why we cannot understand you. Though you are using Prakriti to make this universe, which is like the pot, which is made using the mud, but you are beyond three modes. But the Prakriti and the universe are in three modes. So this concept we don't know. So like that they are saying. But it is difficult to understand how you, without gunas, without support, without assistant and without material body, create the universe. For us to do something, we need some support. We need some help from others so that we can do something. But how can you, a single person, can do everything alone without the help of anybody else? That is beyond our comprehension. Like that, the devatas are. In one sense, they are glorifying Lord's wonderful qualities, even without the support of anybody, he can do everything. On the other side, they say that this is a great astonishing thing. We are not able to understand it. Like that. Hare Krishna, able to follow? So technically, this section quite technical. The devatas are offering all these prayers. You see how knowledgeable the devatas are, and they say they are cow. Any questions?
No, Prabhuji.
No, Prabhuji. Maybe when we'll read, if there are any question, we'll ask.
Okay. We do not know whether you accept results of pious or sinful actions like an ordinary devadatta, fallen in the material ocean, or whether you, Atma Rama, tranquil, full in your spiritual powers, remain a neutral witness, not accepting happiness and distress at all. So we don't know when we do something, when we offer unto you something, by accepting that you become happy or unhappy, you remain indifferent because you are Atma Rama. or you remain a neutral witness. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dveshosya na priya. So we don't know. It is beyond our comprehension. So like that, the devatas are again glorifying another attribute of the Supreme Lord. And they say that since you seem to be obliged to protect the righteous and destroy the wicked, it is hard to understand your protection and destruction. You only say Paritranaya sadhuna vinasha dushkritam. So very difficult for us to understand how you do and why you do. Just as the jiva in this world building a house and entering the household life filled with friends, enemies, and neutrals, enjoy happiness and distress as a result of his pious or sinful actions. So this is normal observation around us. We work hard, we make a home, we live in that home, we make friends, and we experience all the emotions, good, bad, and mixed. Do you falling into various incidents of mutual destruction between the devatas and asuras produced by the gunas accept happiness and distress resulting from your pious and sinful acts dependent on karma? So are you also like us? We go through things like this. We have friends, enemies, and neutral parties around us. And even you also come here in various avatars. You also have people, friends, enemies, and neutral parties like us. And you also go through the experience of happiness and distress resulting from one's pious and sinful activities based on one's karma. Since you obtain happiness of wealth and power from destroying the wicked and protecting the righteous in various avatars like the Upendra and Lord Krishna and obtain sorrow through fatigue of fighting, is it like that? Because whatever we do, you also seem to be doing along with us in this material world. So how do we understand you
Hare Krishna.
like that? They are saying, ah, yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, why are devatas comparing the Lord with their situation, like whether you are also having this or that? Because they are well aware of the Lord's position and they know that Lord is beyond everything. Then still, in spite of knowing, and that is the reason why they are approaching him always when they are in danger. Then still, why are they talking like this? Are you like this? Or you are also getting
A pure devotee
material?
will always say that. One second, one second, one second. A pure devotee will always say that there is no person more sinful than me. What do you mean by that?
That is his humility.
Same thing here also. A person who knows will never say that I know everything.
Right.
So like that.
No, I didn't get it, Prabhuji, what you are trying to convey.
See,
Because
I don't know. While I was
yes,
preparing, I
they are
understood it like this.
humility.
Yes, yes, why not? Why don't you see it like that? See, even later on, Lord also will scold the devatas. At the end of this chapter, Lord himself will scold the devatas in one sense. The point is here. This we might have come up with this kind of doubt many times. Why are the devatas are so much attached to their position? They can give up now. If there is so much problem, they can give up. But in one of the previous classes we discussed, they have given a seva which is time bound. They cannot get away from that seva. It's like that in between.
Yeah, that is there. Prabhuji, like once we had also discussed, like if Lord doesn't get any particular qualified jiva for particular position, then Lord himself does that seva, like even for
Uh,
as a Brahma or
See,
like Indra, like
from
that.
outside
So
point of
that is
view,
there.
we may from outside point of view, one may see that this person is so much attached to so and so. He is materially contaminated. Sometimes we say, and they say that yes, yes, we are attached so much. So that's why I mean, in order to establish that, they are saying that we don't know you. We don't know the Lord, we don't know Bhakti, we don't know Vaikuntha. So the claim, the complaint made by outside people becomes strong. You are getting?
Yes, I'm getting, but my doubt is like they are saying that are you also getting affected by gunas? Are you also like us? So it is not that means where is their humility in this? That's what I'm saying. They are trying to say ki whether Lord, oh Lord, you whether you are also like that, whether you are also getting affected by gunas, you are also having company like us. So my doubt is when they know that he is the Supreme Lord and he is not like that, why still they are asking like this?
To make their claim strong. If I say that I know everything about the Lord, this material world is temporary, and then I'll say that, so please give me this bungalow. How foolish it will be.
Okay. Yes.
Totally like that.
So by
This chapter we
asking
should
this,
see like
they
that.
are
This
so by asking this provision, they are in a way making that stressing that oh Lord, you are not like this. You are much beyond
mm,
everything of this.
mm,
That is why we are
mm.
approaching you like that.
They know,
Like
but they are
every
saying
time
as
we
if they
see
don't know.
some yeah, yeah.
They know, but they are saying
Oh,
as if they don't know,
okay.
or they are not clear about it. To indicate that because we are attached.
Mhm.
So in that,
Okay. 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 Thank you.
someone can read the next translation.
O Supreme Personality of Godhead, all contradictions can be reconciled in you. O Lord, since you are the Supreme Person, the reservoir of unlimited spiritual qualities, the Supreme Controller, your unlimited glories are inconceivable to the conditioned souls. Many modern theologians argue about right and wrong without knowing what is actually right. Their arguments are always false and their judgments inconclusive because they have no authorized evidence with which to gain knowledge of you. Because their minds are agitated by scriptures containing false conclusions, they are unable to understand the truth concerning you. Furthermore, because of polluted eagerness to arrive at the right conclusion, their theories are incapable of revealing you, who are transcendental to their material conceptions. You are one without a second, and therefore, in you, contradictions like doing and not doing, happiness and distress are not contradictory. Your potency is so great that it can do and undo anything you like, anything as you like. With the help of that potency, what is impossible for you? Since there is no duality in your constitutional position, you can do everything by the influence of your energy.
Yeah, here in this verse, they are kind of saying all contradictions are resolved in you. Though they stated previously, we are doubtful about all these things, but you are such a person, yes and no, all contradictions will be resolved in you. So they are making it clear now. Those two conditions seen in you are not a contradiction. What is impossible for you, who are Bhagavan, full of six qualities, full of unlimited qualities, the supreme controller, whose glories cannot be understood by the non devotee, who are beyond the arguments of stubborn philosophers, whose hearts are disturbed by deliberating on scriptures without touching the truth, through speculation, conjecture, judgment, and false proofs. You are beyond all material qualities. You are a pure spirit, but screen yourself from view by your yoga maya. Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samavruta. They say that, my dear Lord, though Every contradiction can be resolved in you. You can do, you can undo, you can do something else. Also, all these things are there. But ultimately, you hide yourself with a screening, a yoga maya samavruta. Because of that, we don't know you completely. Yes, because Shastra says so, all the contradictions are resolved in Supreme Lord, we accept it. But we don't have any realization about it. Because we are covered by Maya Javanika Channam, Ajna Dokshijam Avyayam, Na Lakshate Mudadusha, Nato Natyaduro Yata. When you come into this material world in the various avatars, we consider you one among us. So whatever you do is we think that you are just like us. We don't know because we only know a living entity which is in the mode of influenced by three modes of material nature, and we perform activities in the influence of three modes. And we can count you among us when you come here. But Shastra says you are not among us, you are beyond three modes. We don't know these contradictions. The same Shastra says that all the contradictions are reserved in you, but you don't realize. That is because you keep a curtain between us and you. Like that. They are saying that. Though you possess only one form, nothing is impossible for you. Now they give an example. My dear Lord, nothing is impossible in you, though you possess one form, but your people are fighting. He is Brahman, absolute truth is Brahman, absolute truth is Brahman, absolute truth is Bhagavan. And there is another set of fight. He is absolute truth, he is absolute truth. So there is so many fights are going on because we are all covered by curtain, a screening. When the screening is removed, we can understand who the absolute is really. But as long as the curtain is there, we imagine this is absolute truth, that is absolute truth, he is absolute truth, he is absolute truth, like that. So many conflicts will come in the material world. That is our current situation. Like that, the devatas are saying. In one sense, out of humility, devatas are saying that they don't know anything, but they are actually telling about us, our current condition, that we don't know anything about the Lord because of the screening. Like that. This verse reconciles the contrary nature of the Lord according to the devotee's perspective. Virodha means contradiction. There is no contradiction of you or being Atma Rama and experiencing happiness and distress. It is not proper to speculate about you by comparison with others, since you possess inconceivable powers. It is not a good sign to talk about you in different ways, comparing with the others and all. But you yourself are situated in transcendental position, but we cannot understand you. That is our unfortunate situation. They give another example. You do not have two separate forms. You only have one form. So it is said in the last line. Though you possess only one form, but we see him in two, three different forms. You have only one form, which is Bhagavan. That form is realized as Brahman with no qualities, and is realized as Bhagavan with astonishing qualities. You are only one person. When people look at you without quality, they call you as Bhagavan. When people look at you with quality, they call you as Bhagavan. The jnanis who are at a distance and cannot perceive your astonishing qualities call you Brahman. Why? Somebody calling me as Brahman without qualities? Because they are looking at you from far distant. They can't see, they don't see anything with clarity. It is easy picture they get. That's why they say you don't have form, you don't have qualities. That nothing is clear. But only a person comes close to you, comes near to you, they can clearly see you. And they tell you that you are Bhagavan. The devotees who are situated near you and can perceive your astonishing qualities call you Bhagavan. If one is far away, one perceives a small degree of the Lord. And if one is close, one perceives all his qualities. It's like this. As long as we are far, we cannot understand you, we cannot realize you. We may have some theoretical hearing and theoretical conceptualization about you. But unless until we come close to you, we cannot understand. When we can come close to you, when our heart, the doors of our hearts are opened with bhakti, then one can realize you, one can see you, one can come close to you. Till then, one cannot. So like that, they kind of give a conclusive understanding of the Supreme Lord's existence. Like that. And then they say, You accept the opinions of those who are peaceful because of contact with things related to Brahman and are disturbed by contact with things opposite to Brahman. However, this opinion is like thinking a rope is a snake. But, my dear Lord, though different people come up with different theories, you accept them as Paramatma, you give them permission to speak their own opinion, their own philosophies, their own theories. Thus, they say that you do not defeat the opinions of the non devotees so that they can accomplish their tradition in samsara. You accept the opinions of those who are peaceful in accepting Brahman and disturbed by anything opposing Brahman. So around us, especially in Kali Yuga, so many things are going on. People ask why Lord is not coming and protecting us, why Lord is not dismantling all these different bad philosophies and all one may say. But Lord does not do. Lord is giving us chance. Do whatever you want. You are also have Swatantra. Do whatever you want. So like that, Lord is giving us all the facilities to explore whatever possible. You accept the opinion of those who say Bhagavan is Brahman with material variety. Though they are actually two aspects of one form. Just as a person thinks a rope as a rope is a snake, one sees in Brahman, which is actually Atma Rama, false qualities like happiness and distress by the influence of Maya. The Lord does not oppose this. So here is the stating is that people come up with so many philosophies. Some say Brahman is Nirguna, some say Brahman is Saguna, some say Brahman is transforming into this material world, some say material world is Brahman. So one may say that Lord should come and establish himself. Who is he? Why is he not doing? Why is allowing the false propaganda to be done? Then they say that, my dear Lord, in one sense, Lord does not do it because Lord remains Atma Rama. He is self-satisfied completely. The people have different conceptions, false conceptions. So what can be done? That they want like that, so He is allowing them to have like that. We cannot demand that Lord should come and destroy all the false philosophies. Not required. Because we ourselves, for our own happiness, we are creating our own philosophies. So Lord being the kind Father, He will allow. Do whatever you want. Anyway, I have my screening. The screening will be removed only those who come close to the Lord by the practice of bhakti. For others, the screening is always the Lord is in his own world, he is in bliss, and here people are in bliss by their own personalized their personal philosophies. So like that it is indicated. So these prayers are offered by devatas are all like highly technical. They are telling about so many things. They say that we don't know, out of humility. Please read the translation.
With deliberation, one will see that the Supreme Soul, although manifested in different ways, is actually the basic principle of everything. The total material energy is the cause of the material manifestation, but the material energy is caused by him. Therefore, he is the cause of all causes, the manifester of intelligence and the senses. He is perceived as the supersoul of everything. Without him, everything would be dead. You, as the supersoul, the supreme controller, are the only one remaining.
The Lord is the true form among all forms, the Lord of all beings, the cause of all causes, of all universes. He is inferred by the revealing power of the senses and intelligence, and alone remains after negating matter and its qualities. So many attributes of the Supreme Lord are indicated here. Therefore, we will take shelter of the philosophy approved by your devotees. giving up the ideas of those learned persons. The Lord is the real form mentioned previously in text 33. In 33, it was they told about Lord as Bhagavan, Narayana, Purusha Avataras, Lord of Vaikuntha. That we accept because your devotees talk about it. Your devotees propagate that. There are different opinions, but among all the opinions, the devotee's opinion is correct and best. Because of dwelling within all beings beyond the material senses, you are not visible, but you are definitely known or inferred by the revealing power of intelligence and the senses. What was that Bhagavad Gita verse? 15th chapter, 15th verse. Sarvasya chaha murdisannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. Because different people come up with different philosophies, it is because of their intelligence. They are empowered with that kind of intelligence is because of Paramatma. So we accept, yeah, you are there as Paramatma. Guna Prakasher Anumiyate Bhavan. You are inferred by the revelation of the senses. You are completely devoid of all material elements. Thus, the Shruti says, Neti Neti, the Lord is not matter. So, the Lord is there as Paramatma. That's why people are coming up with different philosophies. But at the same time, Lord is not the material elements. That's why Shastra also says that Lord is not earth, Lord is not water, Lord is not fire, Lord is not intelligence, Lord is not mind, Lord is not this, Lord is not that. But what is Lord? Lord is beyond three modes. So whatever we speak with words is all everything is in the three modes. Since Lord is beyond three modes, with our material words we cannot talk about the Supreme Lord because it's beyond three modes. Because the words are also part of three modes, they only describe the things in the three modes. Because Lord is beyond three modes, we cannot describe the Lord. That's why they say, Lord is not this, Lord is not this, Lord is not this. Neti, neti, neti. So what do you mean by that? Vina sharira cheshtavyam, vina bhumyadi samshravyam, vina sahayam ste karma vikshkriya sudurgamam. Without activities of the material body, without the support of material earth, without assistance of others, without undergoing transformation, your actions are hard to understand. So, for us, when we say that hey, this person is existing, that means one must be having a body. The body is made up of matter. When we say that somebody is walking, where is walking? On the surface of the earth. When we say that somebody is doing so and so thing, when somebody is doing something, he needs the help of others. And when we say there is a person, he is born, is grown up, now is youth, he is getting married, is getting children, eventually is becoming old and is dying. That is our understanding. But we don't understand about all these things. A person without material body, a person without the support of earth, able to walk, and without the help of others, able to do something, and does not undergo any transformation like birth, growth, giving byproducts, staying for some time, dwindling and dying. So that's why you and your activities are very difficult to understand because you don't belong to the normal existence in the world like that. So because Lord's attributes are beyond the influence of three modes, and we as the conditioned soul know everything about within the three modes only, we are not able to comprehend who you are. Like that the devatas are saying. Yeah, can someone read this verse? This verse will close for today.
Therefore, O killer of the Madhu demon, incessant transcendental bliss flows in the minds of those who have even once tasted but a drop of the nectar from the ocean of your glories. Such exalted devotees forget the tiny reflection of so called material happiness produced from the material senses of sight and sound. Free from all desires, such devotees are the real friends of all living entities. Of offering their minds unto you and enjoying transcendental bliss, they are expert in achieving the real goal of life. O Lord, You are the sole and dear friend of such devotees who never need return to this material world. How could they give up engagement in your devotional service?
The highest devotees, having forgotten even a trace of material happiness, by continuous bliss of prema flowing in their minds after having tasted one drop of the ocean of sweet nectar of your glories, have faith in the Lord alone, who is the best friend of all beings and who is situated within all beings. How can these devotees whose minds are continuously blissful, who know their own benefit and are friends with you, give up service to your lotus feet, which offer no return to this material world? So Lord asks question, do you mean that no one knows me? No, 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 no. Your devotees know. Having criticized those opposite to the Lord, now they praise the devotees. Your devotees know. And having tasted nectar of your lotus feet, having come to your spiritual abode, they will never come back and they will never ask anything material. They have forgotten the material enjoyment by the bliss of the prema arising by tasting just one nectar drop of your glories. Just once the nectar of your glories. Because the devotees are completely devoted to the Lord's service. They do not worship anyone else, such as devatas. Ekantina bhakta. So they say that, and they also know about devotees. The devotees aspiring to be with you, and they come to your spiritual world, then they continuously taste your wonderful bliss, the taste, the glories of your wonderful bliss, the bliss of your glories, and they never want to come back to this material world. But on the other hand, we are asking for heaven. Though we are standing in front of you, though we are seeing you, though we are experiencing your blissful form, but still we are all looking for heaven because we are conditioned souls. We are not devotees like them. However, the devatas and sages are even more pleased with them. For if the Lord is served, all beings are served, since He is the friend of all beings and the soul in all beings. Those who reject service to the Lord, the false yogis and others, act against their own welfare, whereas the devotees act for their welfare and for the welfare of the entire universe. Swartha Kushalaha. Devotees know the Lord, they serve the Lord, and they also help the conditioned souls to come close to the Lord. But others, Nate Vidu Swartha Gatim Hi Vishnu, Durasharaye Bhairartha Manana, because they don't know what is the ultimate benefit for themselves, they go away from the Lord. That puts them in difficult situation. But your pure devotees, no, they understand you, they understand your abode, they understand that they need to be in Vaikuntha. Having come to Vaikuntha, they taste the bliss of your association, the bliss of hearing about you, discussing about you continuously, and they never ever think about material happiness. But on the other hand, we have come to you and asking for material happiness, the material heaven. That is our current situation. Still, because you are compassionate, you are full of whatever the two qualities, you are you have daya, karuna, and you are always eager to bestow upon the blessings of your devotees. So you will fulfill our desire. With that hope, we have come to you. Like that, the devatas are submitting their condition to Supreme Lord. Sectionally, it may appear why so much Tarjana Barjana here there. They know about the Lord, they can submit, na clearly mentioned. But later on we understand, of course, they already said, so I know the Lord, I know this material world is temporary, I know that I should not be attached to this material world, then I should go to spiritual world. Then how can they ask for Sarga? That goes against their knowledge. So they say that your pure devotees know about you in all these regards, but we still have confusion. We may know theoretically, but do we have no realization? Your pure devotees are attached to your lotus feet, but we are not. We are attached to Sarga. So like that, they are expressing their concern. So it's 8:30. We'll stop here. Any questions? Able to follow?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, then we'll stop here for today. So thank you
Hare
very much.